And there she is, Nocticula. Reader's words are cut off by a quiet laugh. Sitting on the throne that was just empty a moment ago is none other than Nocticula, ruler of Illusionera and the Midnight Isle, a powerful demon lord, and the one they call our Lady in Shadow. Her red lips curl into an ironic smile, and her large eyes observe you with keen interest.
You were about to say, we are going to close the world wound, weren't you, Areelu? I see no reason to continue deceiving this mortal. Now I am convinced that he is quite worthy of serving me. I will even reward him with a modicum of knowledge about the events in which he is about to take part.
Can I say no to serving a demon lord?
Greetings to you, Our Lady in Shadow.
Oh. Urushalei swiftly drops to one knee and bows her head. I hope it's just being used to it, and not that she's deceiving us.
It's nice to see that even surrounded by mortals, you haven't forgotten who your mistress is, Urushalei. You may rise.
I didn't mean to. I don't know why I did it.
Oh. Urushalei stands up awkwardly and looks at Nocticula first, then at you, with a stunned expression. Oh gosh, so many options. But I think let's go for even more options and just go for asking questions. I have too many questions, and I demand answers.
You are a guest here, mortal. A guest of the Lady in Shadow, the vanquisher of many a demon lord. I am the only one here who is entitled to demand answers. You may ask your questions when I allow you to do so. For now, remember your manners and greet me properly.
Oh boy. Talking with a succubus queen. Casually. Hey there, Luna. Nice to see you. You've been sitting on your throne and listening to us the whole time.
Naturally. I am in the habit of observing my servants and guests while remaining unseen. Their private thoughts fly most eagerly from their lips when they believe themselves to be unwatched. And secrets exchanged in whispers are often invaluable.
Yeah, I guess she's everywhere. Listening to everything. Oh, I like the third one. I like the top chaotic one. Yeah, hi. Just so we understand each other, I'm not going to grovel on my knees before you.
Have I told you to bow down? Trust me, if I need you to do something, I won't leave you guessing. You will know my desires immediately, and you will know just as swiftly why fulfilling those desires is in your best interest.
Oh boy. Yeah, she really deserves the title of Queen of Succubi, doesn't she?
I have had my eye on you for a very long time. You see,
Oh boy.
it was at my behest that Lady Vorlesh imbued you with such incredible powers. But I was curious to see your worth as an individual, not as Lady Vorlesh's creation. Thus, I decided to postpone our meeting and see how you'd fare in Illusionera, and whether or not you could win respect and power among those not so easily impressed by outstanding magical abilities. Well, you've passed my test adequately by proving that your character and your will are stronger than the Nehindrian powers Lady Vorlesh has vested in you.
I wonder if Areelu really did it for Nocticula, or if she was also using her as a resource. I would kind of get the later one.
You are wise, my lady. However, only those who have never known or forgotten what it is like to be mortal can so easily dismiss the importance of power. To be someone whose life is fragile and can be cut short at any moment, like a candle snuffed out by a gust of wind.
I think that says everything about how Areelu sees mortals.
It is a shame your angel has left you, mortal. I would have liked to talk to him. I don't expect I will get another chance, as that celestial buffoon's days are numbered.
Nocticula's tone is casual, but her eyes are intent, scrutinizing you. You were able to see the hand of the Inheritor despite all his enchantments.
The herald of that upstart goddess? Here.
And she didn't.
Yes, although his defenses were quite intricate. A commendable precaution on his part, as word of the hand of the Inheritor descending once more into the abyss reached the echo of Deskari almost immediately. Mind you, vindictiveness and guile have always been among his best qualities.
The end of the Inheritor... Wait, wrong voice. The hand of the Inheritor told me his magic deceived the eyes of all evil spawn of the Abyss. But not yours?
Perhaps you don't know everything about me yet, mortal. Perhaps you made the same mistake as many before you, and many who were more insightful and more powerful than you, by presuming to know what to expect from the Lady in Shadow.
Yeah, I guess that's what killed all the Demon Lords. Tell me about the Echo of Deskari.
He is a strange creature, a bespoke creation, so to speak. Long before the world wound was opened, Deskari, that little cricket, was seeking a way to have some fun on Golarion and assert his influence there. One day, he decided to gather a few strong mortal followers, fuse them together into one being, and pump that being full of his own power, in the belief that something worthwhile would come of it. That is how the Echo came to be.
It sounds way more disgusting than the Echo looks, though.
To the great dismay of both the Echo and the Lord of Crickets, the Echo was greeted by Areelu, protector of humankind. Areelu gave the Echo such a thorough thrashing, the whole Abyss thought him dead. And yet he was not. Cricket the Younger is alive and well, though I cannot say the same
Cricket
for
the Younger.
Areelu. But the Echo remembers his humiliation still. He hates anything and everything related to Areelu, especially his inheritor, Iomedae. Her heralds, her priests, her temples. He would hate Iomedae's pet pug, if she had one.
I like Nocticula. I hope the Deskarians don't catch the end of the Inheritor, though. It kind of sounds like they could. So, why does the Echo of Deskari prey upon the hand of the Inheritor? It kind of was explained already, but let's see if we get to know something more.
Envy, humiliation, ego. The usual playthings of little boys from all planes and realities. The Echo suffered more than one defeat. First at Areelu's hand, then under the onslaught of the forces of heaven. Those routes taught him to attack his enemies by stealth, boldly and often, killing and crippling anyone close to the light-bringing goddess. Now, it seems, he has decided the time has come. The Herald of Iomedae himself is in the Abyss alone, without a retinue of lesser angels.
And not around us anymore. I see.
He's an interesting little bird, that angel. Before he became the Herald of Iomedae, he served Regathiel, the General of Vengeance.
Never heard that
I've
name.
always found the fate of that Imperial Lord to be quite fascinating. Did you know that the father of the Upper Plains' top military leader was a devil from hell? Regathiel had to achieve many feats to redeem his unholy legacy in the eyes of the other Imperial Lords. But he did. A remarkable tale, is it not?
It actually is. Because, I mean, while we have, like, angels becoming fallen angels, that means it also works the other way around. Or, at least there's an example for the other way around. An angel can fall, can a demon ascend?
Of course, not all your actions in my realm have been commendable. By destroying the flesh markets, you've harmed my city and impoverished my realm.
Or... I will never accept anything as vile as slave trade.
You've just arrived in my realm, and you're already trying to dictate your own rules? As I recall, when demons attempted something similar on Golarion, armies were raised and mortals fought to the death to stop it. I can scarcely believe it myself, but I will be gracious and show you mercy. I am a hospitable ruler.
I kinda doubt that. Your conversation is interrupted by a concerned-looking succubus who silently approaches Nocticula and then begins fervently whispering into her ear. Nocticula's expression turns hard and cold. As Nocticula ponders the new development, the messenger makes eyes at you, playfully. You recognize those green eyes. Except they were awash with pain when you saw them last, the owner bleeding out in the caverns of the Nexus. The succubus smiles slyly and gives you a wink.
Another island,
Saved.
another loss. Enough! I warned them that I would not stand for the desolation of my realm. They have not heeded me, and they will regret it. Go to your sisters and tell them to prepare.
Was it a good thing? I mean, she died, didn't she? She winked at us. That green-eyed succubus, I know her.
Yes, you've already met Laulia, my talented assistant. I've heard she was very convincing at acting
we
out her
helped her.
tragic death in the minds of the Nexus. As you can see, I've been watching you since your very first moments in the Abyss. And even a little earlier.
She's very smart and very dangerous.
I have prepared a beautiful intrigue that will topple many of your enemies and seal the world wound forever, ending the threat to Golarion. And you have the chance to become part of that intrigue.
But why does a demon lord... It still feels wrong to call her a demon lord, but anyway. Why does a demon lord want to seal the world wound? Because, I mean, that's what I wanted to do. And it confuses me that he agrees. And we can try to have Ember talk to her. Oh boy. Let's try it. Ember will be sad without it. I just hope she survives that. My companion, Ember, would like to speak with you.
Ember? So that's her then?
And I love that it's all voiced.
Approach. I have heard you bleating your pathetic prayers at me. You have some nerve addressing me with such nonsense.
Oh, she
Do you think
heard
I would
that.
Simply repent? Renounce my status as a demon lord? Do you have any idea what I had to do to acquire it? Wait, what is this?
Tears are rolling down Ember's cheeks as she sniffles noisily. She presses her maimed hands against her heart. She stares up at Nocticula. Her fragile form shudders from weeping. Oh, that's not voice anymore. Areelu wrinkles her nose in disdain. Why have you brought this simpleton here? This is Lucianira, not Nezarosian. We don't give alms here.
I can't stand these noises. Do you think you're the first to try to move me with a display of tears? It only makes me angry. If you wish to speak, then wipe your nose and speak clearly.
I know what you had to do to others and to yourself. I'm so sorry. So sorry. If only I could ease your pain somehow. Calm your sorrows.
Emma's truly, completely naive and also mad. Oh boy. She believes that deep down everyone is good, even creatures that are evil by nature.
I don't know what nature is and don't care a whit about cosmic good and evil. They are but labels thought up by philosophers. I know what power is. Pleasure. Desire. All this childish babble merely amuses me. Nothing more. So,
Better
Where
amusement
were
than
we?
enragement.
My pain? My sorrows? What nonsense are you talking? Don't tell me you pity me.
To pity a demon lord.
I'm so sorry. You're the most miserable soul I've ever seen.
Oh boy.
I've seen people burned alive. People being devoured by monsters. People burying their children. They were in pain. So much pain. But I've never seen anyone in as much pain as you.
Oh boy.
What is this saccharine drivel? What do you even know of me, Nat?
I've seen your city. You were the one who built it. It is the way you wanted it to be. It holds all of your dreams, all of your heart, and everyone in this city is suffering. Everywhere, all the time, every minute. All who live here are hurting and scared. If these are its citizens, how miserable must its ruler feel?
Oh, Ember. If it was just that simple.
And this is what you brought her to me for. You think this infantile sniveling is worthy of my attention?
Oh boy. So, how to react? Wow, the chaotic one is really, really mean. And listen to what a feeble-minded preacher might say to a demon ruler. Ouch. But the good one seems so naive and so detached from how things work. I think what Logan would actually say would be somewhere between the good and the chaotic one, which kind of makes sense, I guess. So let's go with the good one, because I think that's less mean. It's a bit too trustworthy and naive for Logan, but I've seen the truth of her wisdom more than once. Perhaps it would benefit you to listen to her as well.
As if I hadn't seen enough sanctimonious bores in my life. So, what do you suggest I do, preacher? Beg the good gods' forgiveness? Devote myself to serving a sword-swinging upstart, perchance? Or that old crone, the moon?
No. Gods can't help anyone. They're just like us mortals. Silly, frightened, clueless. You're almost goddess yourself. You know better than anyone that no one can save you. No one except you.
Save me? From what exactly?
From yourself. From what you've done to yourself. From the city you've imprisoned yourself in. Listen! You are a queen, but you're the queen of pain and filth. Your realm is a realm of your own suffering. You're almost goddess. You can do anything you want. So why won't you make yourself happy? You could become the Redeemer Queen.
At least I would have thought that especially Nocticula is doing what makes herself happy. Like all about desires and pleasure. Well. Tilting her head back, Nocticula explodes with white laughter. Her body is shaking, and she doubles over, slapping her thighs with her
The
palms.
Redeemer Queen! That's new. Never in all my years have I heard anything like that. Well, child, enough joking. Get out of my sight, or I'm afraid I might decide to keep you here forever as my fool.
Gotta say, that went better than I expected. I thought we would have one dead Ember, probably, or fight at our hands.
Do you think she took my words to heart?
No. Upon giving Nocticula one last smile, Ember ducks behind your head. Back. You hear her whispering. I doubt it.
I still hope she did, though.
I told you to get out! I don't want to hear your squeaky voice again!
So, did he really created me? She has certainly had a hand in your present state of existence. Lady Vorlesh designed the Worldwound, a magical phenomenon and unfathomable power. To seal it, we required a key that was just as strong and unique. Simply put, we required a champion, and she chose you. Both your powers and that wound on your chest were the result of experiments when she infused your soul with the essence of the Abyss. Of course, you remembered none of that. Everything was done in secret. Even the power granted to you was purified, to the extent that it was possible, so that you would not guess its source ahead of time. In trial after trial, we watched your will be tempered, and when the time came, we started filling you with the energies of Nihildian crystals. It's very interesting, so that means that all the times we got another mythic power and mythic level, it was triggered by them. These energies are necessary for the task at hand. Everything that's happened to you was a part of my intrigue. I was going to summon you and reveal the truth when the time was right. Instead, you have followed your queen's orders and arrived here early. One can only hope that you are prepared to accept the truth. Everything has its price, says Areelu quickly. Your wound was, in essence, the flip side of all my experiments. There was a reason we required a true champion, not merely a living tool whom we could fling into the flames of the Worldwound and close it like any lesser rift. I think you should know that. Nocticula makes a sudden gesture, cutting Areelu off. Don't be hasty. We have burdened him with enough revelations for now. Give him time to become accustomed to the truth about himself. Then you can share all the details. I want all the details, now. I wish to inform you of treason? What treason? I wish to inform you of treason. Nocticula looks quite amused. Is that so? Who is it you've decided to inform on? And more importantly, how did you learn of these traitors and how credible are these accusations? I don't know, do we want to hurt Chimera? I don't really want to strengthen Nocticula, so, you know, she still nods graciously. You know, I killed Willidus, your court mage. Nocticula shows no hint of sadness. I am aware of this, of course. It is lamentable in a way, since his fear of me was strong enough to make him impeccable loyal. However, his death is but a single move in a much larger game. In games like this, losing a few pawns is unavoidable. A very emotional one. I want to ask you about other powerful denizens of the Abyss. Are you interested in one of my servants? Or do you wish me to tell you something about your enemies? What exactly is your relationship with Areelu? She works for me, isn't it obvious? Lady Vorlesh is very talented. She may be the most brilliant and capable mind ever to come from your plane. And the guy she used to betray one demon lord's master after another impressed me so much that I offered her the position of my advisor on matters of magic. Naturally, the esteemed Lord Goat and Lord Locust, great names, don't know a thing about the betrayal of their faithful lackey Lady Vorlesh. I plan to keep it a secret for a while longer. Betrayal is too strong a word. I opened the path to Golarion for those two, and I told them how to extract power from the Nihildian crystals. That will suffice.